Hello everyone and welcome to my morning report analysis videos on Friday 18th of January with me, Rich Market Analyst at Hantec Markets. We've got a pretty positive open actually in terms of risk appetite anyway. Look at these equity markets all jumping 1% in the European trading session. We had some decent gains on Wall Street last night, 0.8% up on the S&P 500 and S&P E-minis futures are up as well, 0.3%. So that helped Asian markets and subsequently that's fallen into the European session. So it's all looking pretty positive at the moment. Not so much for the yen. This is a risk positive move that subsequently means that the safe haven trades are unwinding any sort of recent recovery gains they may have had. And this is all sort of coming on the back of suggestions from the White House that they're sort of contemplating easing up on tariffs on China throughout these negotiations. Sort of a bit of an internal battle apparently between Steve Mnuchin and Robert Lighthizer in terms of whether this is actually going to happen or not. At the moment, obviously, the prospect that it might happen is helping risk appetite, and that's basically why we're seeing Treasury yields higher this morning. 10-year and the 2-year both higher. And also the yen, which is weakening. But also you can see risk, or volatility, I should say, lower as well. So it's all helping a generally broader positive risk appetite sentiment there. Gold is lower. Interesting that silver's lower, but also the oil price is higher, again, by 1%. I'll show you the oil price, which is just edging up towards that resistance of that rally high of 53.30 on WTI, which was formed last week. So all looking sort of fairly rosy in the garden today, and looking towards data points now. Data points are sort of a bit negative actually on the on UK retail sales. UK retail sales this morning, again December. Obviously December includes Christmas, but look at that. December ex-fuel retail sales down 1.3%, not especially positive that. I mean, it's possible that it reflects sort of more of a shift towards Black Friday shopping than over Christmas, and that's something that perhaps we need to start to sort of factor into these numbers. But the year-on-year data down to 2.6% is not great. So that was a bit of a disappointment, but subsequently sterling's not really moved on it, and certainly seems as though that sort of Brexit developments remain fairly important here. We've also got industrial production for the States this afternoon. If it happens, I mean, US data is a bit sort of sporadic at the moment with this government shutdown, so take that with a pinch of salt. Industrial production expected to be plus 0.2% on the month, and also capacity utilisation staying at 78.5. So my chart of the day is silver. And what we have seen is gold trading sideways in a range, but silver is dropping away. Now that sort of questionable whether that's all that risk positive, but still silver is falling away. You can see that confirmed through the momentum indicators. RSI below 60. You could see that if that drops below 50, I would say that is a really key break down. MACD lines and stochastics also beginning to gain traction to the downside as well. You've got this little downtrend going on with lower highs, lower lows. Looks like there's initial support at 1530, but a breach of that, and I think you're back at the 15 figure level. So it's sort of edging towards that support at 1530, 1540 today's low. Again, market rolling over as an attempted rally sort of got sold into this morning. You can see that on the hourly chart, trading underneath all the moving averages, which are falling. Negative configuration on the hourly RSI, failing at 60, actually failing at 50 now. Failing around 50, 55. So rallies are being sold into, and that's not great for the bulls, I would say. So pressure on 1530, if that gets broken to the downside, you're looking at 15 figure. So that's the outlook for silver today, and I wish you good luck in your trading today, and I'll speak to you later.